You may have heard about the holiday known as Juneteenth, but have you ever wondered how it got started?
Let's find out on today's episode of
Colossal Questions.
The name Juneteenth is short for June 19th, the day Juneteenth is celebrated each year. Why June 19th? Well, that was the day that U.S. troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, all the way back in 1865 to make sure all formerly enslaved people in the state were freed. This was a full 2 months after the Civil War ended and 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. This executive order was issued by President Lincoln on January 1st, 1863. It stated that all enslaved people in Confederate states that were rebelling against the United States, quote, shall be then, thenceforward, and forever free. This freed all slaves across the country. On paper, at least. In reality, the Emancipation Proclamation didn't free anyone right away. It applied to places under Confederate control, which meant that, in practice, the law was only enforced once Union soldiers took control of Confederate territory. The problem was, nothing had changed in a far-flung state like Texas, which stayed on the outskirts of the Civil War. No major battles were fought in the Lone Star State, so there were no Union troops to impose the new law. But that finally changed on June 19, 1865, when Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, and read General Orders No. 3, which said,
The people of Texas are informed that, in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free.
So, Juneteenth marks the true beginning of the end of slavery in the United States. Just a few months later, slavery in America was formally abolished with the 13th Amendment. Also known as Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, Liberation Day, or Emancipation Day, this holiday has been celebrated each year in Texas on June 19th ever since. Over the years, the Juneteenth tradition has spread all around the country, and in 1980, Texas was the first state to make it an official state holiday. By 2006, 14 more states had recognized it, and just 2 years later, almost half of the 50 states observed Juneteenth. By 2019, 47 states and Washington, D.C. has recognized Juneteenth, everywhere but North Dakota, South Dakota, and Hawaii. As of 2021, it's not yet recognized as a national holiday. But with more and more people starting to celebrate the holiday each and every year, it's only a matter of time before that changes for good and Juneteenth is here to stay.